Okay, so let's start. Okay. So the topic name is today Flex VPN. Okay. Okay. Let's start. Flex VPN. So Flex VPN has two types. So when we have the concept as per the point to point, and second we have multi-point. Okay. So the multi-point. Okay. So along with that, we have some in this we have to use the one concept about virtual tunnel interface. Okay, where we have two options: static tunnel interface, static virtual tunnel interface means virtual tunnel interface, and which is about SVTI, which we have already discussed earlier, and then we have dynamic, okay, virtual tunnel interface. So this concept is known as DVTI. Okay, so these are the two important things today which we have to use it. Okay, and these two things we have to use, okay, into P2P here. So this is the concept about here. We have to use VTI here. Sorry, we have to use SVTI, and we have to use here DVTI concept. Okay, so but before this, let's consider first of all, like what is Flex VPN here? What is Flex VPN? So first thing, the Flex VPN is this is first of all Cisco proprietary. Okay, because only on Cisco devices you can use it. If you're using any other vendor devices, so with that Flex VPN you cannot configure. Okay, IKV2 is must for this. Okay, so with IKV2 it won't work. IK2 is required. Okay, and IKEV1 does not support Flex VPN. Okay, so this is kind of what this is Flex VPN. Okay, Flex actually Flex as mean that this is the flexible actually. Okay, the flexible. Okay, so this is the kind of Flex VPN. Flex VPN is kind of template. This is kind of what? This is kind of template actually. Okay, so see up to now we have covered IPsec VPN. Okay, we have seen hub to spoke concept. We have seen spoke to spoke concept. We have seen then remote VPN. Okay, and remote VPN we have seen different kind of VPN into that. So these are the what each and every VPN, okay, has a different set of command. Okay, so it has a set like this is a different set of command. We have a set of command here. Okay, this is about B set of commands. Okay, this is then we have a different command into this, which is C set of commands here. Okay, and this is D set of commands. So different set of commands we have into this. Okay, so we are not getting any common configuration because as per configuration you have observed, IPsec has a different set of configuration. Hub and spoke means about the DMVPN has a different set of concept. Spoke to spoke again in the phase 3 in the DMVPN. Okay, phase 2, sorry. So we had a different set of concepts, and then remote again VPN has a different set of configuration here. So even the remote VPN we have used UI interface, but if we talk about the command, there's a lot of commands into that. So different set of command as a so what Cisco thought ki for one security engineer, it's very difficult to remember all these commands there. Okay, so it's not possible for a security engineer like to remember all these commands for all these different versions actually. So what Cisco did, they came with the one Flex VPN template. Okay, and they said, okay, you can configure any VPN with the help of the Flex configuration. Flex VPN, you can configure IPsec. You can configure here hub to spoke concept here. You can configure here spoke to spoke concept. You can configure here your remote VPN. Okay, with one single template. With one single template. Okay, with single template only. Okay, so okay, and this template you have to use with IKV2 only because IKV doesn't support your Flex VPN. So Flex VPN is kind of one template because see, earlier this was the setup configuration for IPsec. This was for hub to spoke, then spoke to spoke, and then about another one, let's remote VPN there. But right now we have a single set of like a template where 80% of the commands into this will remain same. Which commands? 80% commands will remain same and there will be changes only in the 20% of the commands. So here you can see we have seen 100% changes into the configuration. Okay, 100% different. This was a totally 100% different. Okay, but here as we can see only where will be the difference is differences in the commands into 20% of this. So this is kind of what? This is kind of template which we have to use it. Okay, so this 80% it's going to be remain same for this also, for this also, for this also, and for this also. So where will be the differences? Only in the first 20% of the this one. That's it. And after that, everything will remain same. Okay, so this is all about the Flex VPN here. So Flex VPN has a two type. One is point to point, and second is multi-point. And multi-point actually, as per in if I'll talk about in the V5, so in the V5 we had both the options. We had a option for the point to point and multi-point also. But right now in the V6.1 and version 6, we have only concept about P2P. They have removed multi-point from this. Okay. So what is this? So this is the kind of what? This is like your DM VPN. This is like your DM VPN concepts, where we have concept about spoke to spoke. Okay. So where we have to use AAA concept. Okay, in the AAA, along with that, we have server. And if we have a AAA concept, then we have AAA server and client concept into this. After that, we have to use DVTI concept into this. We have SVTI concept here. And along with that, we have NHRP concept. So these are the information, these are the things which we have to use into this. NHRP we use for the mapping. I hope you remember in DM VPN we have used NHRP concept, right? So these are the things which we have to use into this one. Okay, even in some books, okay, in some old books, they have mentioned multi-point as a what? As a DM VPN. Guys, in DM VPN, how many phases are there? In DM VPN, how many phases are there? 3, right? So they have considered it as a DM VPN phase 4. But exactly it's not. But they consider like a what? Like a DM VPN phase 4. In some textbook, they have mentioned this is as a this flex multi-point VPN is also known as DM VPN phase 4. Okay. So this is the concept which we have to use it over here. Okay. Now, so the important terms are here. Okay, but this is not the part of the syllabus right now. But I have one recorded videos. If you want, I can share with you. Okay, from the V5 version, and I'll upload on your drive if you would be agree. So you can just have a look into this. So if I'll come back, if I'll come with this now, which is virtual tunnel here. Okay, we have virtual tunnel interfaces. So we have two interfaces, static and dynamic here. So as about SVTI, so guys, I hope you remember what is guys SVTI. Anyone? What is SVTI? Full form, what is the use of that? Full form, so I have only mentioned here. Exactly. So now, so let's consider, I'll just take you back just for 2 minutes. So this is two sides, and we have a GRE tunnel here. And as this is 11.1, 11.2, 192.168.1.1. This is about dot. Ten dot one dot one dot one dot one. 10.2.2.2.1. One. So here, this is interface G1. This is again G1 here. This is tunnel 0. This is also tunnel 0. So in the configuration, we have to mention here interface tunnel 0, IP address 192.160.1.1, then tunnel source 11.1.1.1.1, tunnel destination would be your 11.1.1.1.2. So this is the configuration here, and we have same configuration into this two. This would become destination, and this would become your source. Yes, guys. I hope you remember this configuration. Yes, guys. Yeah. So now we have to ping from this device. I'll ping with 10.2.2.1 as a source of 10.1.1.1. Okay. Because in here in the default route, like in the routing, we have to mention IP route 10.2.2.0 as a subnet mask. Next stop would be your 192.160.1.2. Okay. And same thing we have to define into this here as a 1. No. So once I would ping from here, so there would be header. Okay. So this is the header into this. So where like this is all about the data. Then we would have ICMP header, source IP, destination IP. Then we would have GRE, and then again source IP and destination. Okay. So let's consider this as about here data, and this is now about your ICMP header. This is ICMP header. This is a source IP and destination IP. This is GRE, and this is again source IP and destination IP. Okay. Now, so source IP and destination IP, this is fine. So now, what is the source IP and destination IP, guys? Now here, this is my inner header. This is about outer header. Okay. So now tell me, what would be the source IP and destination IP? In the inner header, what would be the source IP and destination IP, guys? Yeah. So inner IP would be your. Okay, 1 second. 1.1.1.1.
10.1
So
and
the
1.1 inner
actual
IP header.
the actual
Actual
data
source.
transferring points will be the inner header, sir.
Yeah. So that is 10.1.1.1 and
10.2.
10.2.2. So this would be 10.1.1.1 and this would be 10.2.2.1 here. So this is a GRE header. The what is the size of the GRE header, guys? Size of GRE header. Yeah, multiple times we have covered all these things. Yes. Please tell me. Correct. That is about 4 bytes. The size is what? 4 bytes. Outer header would be the public IP, which is 11.1, and then we have 11. Correct. In case if you are using ESP here, for time, let's consider if you're using ESP here. Okay, if you're using ISP on top of that, so we have ESP and we have header here. We have one more source IP and destination IP. So this is again, we have source IP and destination IP. So guys, what would be the source IP and destination IP here this time in the ESP header? Yes, guys, please tell me what would be the source IP and destination IP here? What same?
11.1 and 11.2, sir.
So that would be the public IP 11.1 and 11.2. Okay, so we have one is duplicate IP address here. Okay, and second we have extra GRE header. So if I'll enable here SVTI, okay, so it would remove which header? The duplicate header it would remove, or it would remove your GRE header? Which header it would remove? SVTI.
GRE header.
GRE header. Okay, so it would remove our GRE header from this. So if I'll enable your SVTI. Clear? So this SVTI, which we have used last time, that is for static concept. That is for what? That was for the static. Okay, so same concept we have. Okay, but this time this is also like as a virtual concept here. So it would now, this is what static what? It would remove your 4 bytes of GRE header. Okay, so this is a static concept here. Okay, it's always used with the in a Flex VPN. Okay, we have to use with dynamic IPs. We have to use with what? We have to use it with a dynamic IP. So it this is also would remove your 4 bytes of GRE header, and we have to use with static IPs. Okay, so this is also, it would remove 4 bytes, but that is with the dynamic IP and this is with the, so I'm talking about here Flex configuration perspective. As per the Flex. Okay, so this is the concept we have, which is as per the this concept. Because see, whenever we talk about in GRE here, okay, so see, during in the GRE, during in this configuration, I never mentioned the word as a GRE. Okay, because whenever you would configure your tunnel, okay, here by default, the mode of the tunnel would be what? The mode is the tunnel mode is always GRE. What is that? That tunnel mode is always what? That is always here GRE. Okay, so we have to change it as a what? IPsec. Okay, so once we will add that command IPsec, so need to change. So with the help of SVTI, so what is that? So now we have changed its mode from GRE to IPsec, and where we have removed 4 bytes of GRE header. Okay, so this is the concept we have. So this is the same SVTI, and DVTI is just about your dynamic concept we do have here. Okay. Now, so let's start with the configure, like one small lab. Let's get this is the headquarter. This is about the branch office. This is my branch office. This is all about ISP. Okay, so this is connected with this. This is connected with this here. This is my headquarter. This is the branch office one. And for example, this is my another branch office, which is also connected like this. So this is branch office 2. Now, its IP is considered here 11.1. Okay, let me just start the lab here. As for the lab only, we will just use the IP addresses. Windows 16. Okay, so let's config. We are not multi-point. This is point to point. Okay. So, see, I'll do one. Now, so see, this is the dynamic IP. So first of all, this is my headquarter here. Okay, sorry, this is headquarter here as per topology. This is a headquarter, this is branch office, and this is branch office 1, and this is the branch office 2 here. Okay, I'll just mention here branch office. This is branch office 1, and this is here branch office. So this is about the headquarter, which we have mentioned here. On headquarter, we have IP addresses are same. That's a public IP, which is same actually here. So what is the IP address? Which is 15.1.1.10 here. So this IP address is what? This IP address is actually static here. This IP address is what? This is the static IP. Branch offices, their IP addresses keep on changing. Okay, they have dynamic IP. So like you can see that right now its public IP is 11.10. Might be after some time or next day it would be something 12.10. Next day about 13.10. Next day about 15.10, 17.10, 18.10, 16.10 here. So means IP address is what? Keep on changing. And same here, this IP address is 20.10. So it could be 21.10. It could be 22.10. It could be 23.10. Then 24.10, 25.10, 26.10 over here. So do we have different? So IP addresses are what? Keep on changing, but this IP addresses we have static here. So if you are using a static IP address, so make sure with static, always you have to use a term about DVTI. Means dynamic term you have to use. And wherever you are using dynamic IP, you have to make sure we are always using which concept there? We are using the SVTI. So SVTI is just a normal concept here. We have to use the normal command into this. So we have to use here just this is the configuration of this one, SVTI. So we have to configure normal tunnel interface. So let's consider this is interface tunnel 0 IP address, because what is the tunnel IP here I'm going to be used? The tunnel IP is your 192. This is this one. This is the tunnel IP. Okay, so same in this side, we have to configure. Okay, so this would be your and this one. Okay, so what would be the configuration? The configuration would be here. Interface tunnel 0 IP address would be 192.160.1.1. Tunnel source would be 11.1.1.10. Tunnel mode would be tunnel. This is static here. So tunnel destination would be your 15.1.1.10, which is about your headquarter here. Okay, and after that we have to define here tunnel mode IPsec IPv4 here. So this command is about your SVTI. So this command is what? This is all about your SVTI. This is we have to define. Just take that. Here in the DVTI, we have to create the template. We have to create the DVTI template here. How would you create it? So interface loopback 0. IP address would be 192.168.1.1. 1.2, let's consider. Okay, this is tunnel IP, whatever you have. Then next command there would be interface virtual template. Then type exactly type tunnel we have. Okay, so this is the virtual template here. IP unnumbered. Okay, loopback 10. Loopback 0, sorry. Loopback 0. Okay, so this is the concept how to configure IP address on your this one here. So see, first of all, we have to create one template. We have to create one here, dynamic virtual template there. So as per the template, this is my template I have created. On this template now, we have to configure IP address. So this is kind of template now. This is, let's consider this is my template here where anyone can come and they can just connect themselves, okay, without doing any configuration on your headquarter. Okay, so zero touch configuration will be there. So this is that template here, and here we cannot assign direct IP address. So that's the reason, first of all, we have created a loopback, and after that we have called this loopback onto this here. So IP unnumbered is a command, okay, just to take this IP address on this template here, and after that you would be able to see the IP address on the template. Okay, so this is some basics commands we have here. So as we can see here, this is my hub template. After that, this is IP number. Then we have to define tunnel source. Destination I cannot define. So then I have to define here tunnel source. Not exit right now. I have to define here tunnel source. Tunnel source would be 15.10. Destination I cannot define it. And after that, I have to define here tunnel mode IPsec IPv4. Okay, so this time this would become what? DVTI, because I'm defining it inside the template. So that's the reason it would become your Yes, guys, the difference in the configuration is completed. It's clear. Okay. And after that, okay, what we have to do it. So this is the difference in the configuration. Okay. And after that, we have fully IKV2 in the down. So after that, just we have to complete this is up to here, it's fine. And after that, we have ditto IKV2 configuration into the C. Okay. So this is your DVTI configuration here. Okay. And on this is on hub. And do we have spoke here anywhere? So this is my spoke here. Okay, static virtual tunnel interface. So tunnel interface, IP address, tunnel source, tunnel destination, and IPv4. So this is about your tunnel protection IPsec Pro, what we have to use it. Is this clear, guys? What are the difference here between the configuration? Yes, any doubt, any questions here? Okay. So this is that first 20% here. Okay. After that, 80% commands will remain same. So just let me start the configuration here. And so I think the page brief. We have template configuration and all. Let me just wipe out. Okay, so meanwhile, I'll just write down the configuration here. Host name is hub here. Interface 0/0. IP address 15.1.1.1.10 /24. Accept. Okay. And tunnel and also no will do that. Interface loop back 10. IP address 10.1.1.1.10 here. This is my LAN here. Accept. IP route. Default out for what? Default out for the as a gate next gateway would be 15.1.1.100. This is on hub. Now let's on spoke 1 and then spoke 2 or branch office you can say. So this is the branch office 1. This is about 11.10 here. LAN is 10.2.2.10 and next stop would be 11.100 here. This is 11.100. This is good. And now let's get back with the branch office 2 here. Branch office 2. The public IP would be 20.10 and that would be 10.3.3.10 here. And this would be 10 dot, no, not 10, sorry, this is 20.1.1.100. Okay. Yeah. All configuration is ready here. So just let it be ready. Just it will take another 1 or 2 minutes. copy and paste it over here. This is on hub, and now branch office 1. Branch office 2. Done. Okay. So from hub, now try to ping to your branch office 1 and 2. And try to ping with your 11.1.1.1.10. No. So I can the freeze brief. So IP route 15.100. Try to ping with 15.1.1.1.100. Okay, let me open this. Okay, there is no configuration. So just let me configure here as well, because ISP is not configured. So we have to configure it. Just 1 second. Let it be start. Host name is ISP. Interface 0/0. This is 0/0, which is towards branch office 1. IP address is 11.1.1.100. Interface 0/1. IP address 15.1.1.100/24. Interface 0/2. IP address 20.1.1.100. Okay. So this is clear here. Okay. Now. Okay. So try to ping with 11.1.1.1.10. Hub 1 is clear, and now 20.1.1.1.10. Sorry, this is the branch office 1, and this is branch office 2. Yes, guys, is this clear? Any doubt here? Yes. So now, guys, as you can see, with the host name also we can ping it out. Okay. So I can ping with host name as well. I can ping with the IP address also. Okay. Domain name, like this is the whole like domain name I'm using it. Okay. Like, so DNS query is happening. Okay. So same server, I have made it as a DNS server. Okay. And then I have gone mapped the mapping. So is there anyone who doesn't know this process? The DNS on which I have made it? Is there anyone who doesn't know the DNS process, like how I made it? Is there anyone in this batch? I hope everybody knows all this, right? Yes, guys, is there anyone in this batch who doesn't know how I just made it as a DNS server and how, right? All clear? All good. So now from the hub, you can see, guys, now I'm able to ping with branch office 1, and I'm able to ping with the branch office 2 as well. Okay. Now, so let's start with the configuration. On first of all, let me just I'll go to the branch office first. Okay. So this is the branch office here. Now, so configure it here. So first of all, interface tunnel 0, IP address 192.168.1.2/24. Tunnel sources 11.1.1.1.10. Tunnel destination is 15.1.1.1.10. And then we have to define tunnel mode. What is the exact command? Tunnel mode only, I think, yeah. So what is that called? Okay, interface tunnel 0. Now, tunnel mode, IPsec, IPv4. So I have defined a tunnel, show IP interface brief, show IP interface brief. Okay, tunnel is down. So run interface tunnel 0. I have defined tunnel source. I have defined tunnel destination as well. 11.10 and 11.15.10 here. So IP interface brief. No interface tunnel 0. I have deleted to show IP interface brief here. This is a loopback only. Interface tunnel 0. IP address 192.168.1.2/24. Tunnel sources 11.1.1.1.10. Tunnel destination is 15.1.1.10. Do show IP interface brief. Now tunnel is up. But the moment I think I have defined IPsec, sorry, tunnel mode, IPsec, IPv4. Now it's changed. So these are the some EVNG box only, nothing else. Well, last time when we did the practical, we didn't face this kind of issues. Okay. Do show IP. The last time when we did the practical of the for the same, okay, we never faced this kind of issue. Okay, no problem. We will look into this. Okay, again here. So this is I have done it where I have done it on the branch office. Now, let's come back with the hub here. And the hub, first of all, say show IP interface brief here. We have a loop back 0 already, which we have assigned a like a LAN network, which is 10.1.1.10. So let me create a one loop back here with, let's consider 10 and IP address about 192.160.1.1 here and slash 24. So do show IP interface brief here. So we have a loop back as a 10. Okay, so we do not have any virtual tunnel interface here. So now let me create here interface virtual template. Let's consider template. Any number you can assign. I'll assign it 10. The type, the question mark here, and this is about the tunnel. So I have created one tunnel interface. Okay, and exit. Do show IP interface brief. So we have template 10 here. So I have created one template and you can see template number 10. Where is there any IP address? There is a no IP address into this. The state is up, but protocol is showing down. Yes, guys, up to here, is this clear? Okay, I have created one virtual template, but I have not assigned any IP address to that. Okay. This is clear? Nice. So Now what to do? We have to assign the IP address to this template here because this is the template now. This is kind of what template here. This is right now here. We are going to be create. This is one of the template we are creating it. So this is considered, this is the template. Okay, where anyone can connect with the C. So this is the template here. Okay, so this is, we can say my virtual template. Okay, so now if I'll be back here, and now you can see how to do that, how to just assign the IP address. Again, we have to get into the same virtual tunnel interface, this template here, and use the command IP unnumbered loopback 10. Do show IP interface brief. You can see IP address has been assigned. Without unnumber command, you won't be able to configure anything. Okay, means IP address won't be possible on that. Yes, is this clear, guys? So this is template I have configured. Now we have to just define a source and about DVTI concept. Okay, so now define here what next. Tunnel sources about your 15.1.1.1.10 here, and tunnel mode IPsec IPv4. Show IP interface brief. Okay. Ping with 192.160.1.1. Self ping is fine. .2 as a source of 192.160.1. You guys just do one thing, just when you would try this, okay, so remember one thing, try to just do it this practical with GNS3, not on the EVNG. Okay, this is on the this one, what we call GNS, not on, don't do it, don't practice on the EVNG then. Okay, because this is just directly we can see this is just a bug only, because like this is not coming up here, so interface itself is not coming up. Okay, so now, so what we have to do it, this is the one thing. After that, what is the configuration? The configuration is all about IKV2. Now we have to create the proposal here, crypto IKV2 proposal. The name is pro, and it's about encryption 3 dash, hashing about integrity MD5, and the group 2 here. This is crypto IKV2 policy. The name is Paul, and call your proposal, name it as a pro. Accept. Okay. Do show run section crypto. I'll copy and paste it on my another branch office as well. So copy this one ditto. I'll just paste it on this page here. Okay, from here itself we will do it later. So this is okay, guys. So same here, we have to perform here the same concept, the same configuration. Okay. This is, let's consider as the IKV2. So I hope guys you remember about IKV2 configuration. So first of all, we have to create what? We have to create the proposal. So first of all, create a proposal, then create a policy, and just call this proposal into this. So now we have everything in the policy. After that, define your king material, this king here, king method. So this is the name is key. Okay, define here your keys into this, Cisco for the local, or CCI for your remote here. Define your identity into this, and okay, this is only thing. After that, define your IKV2. Define your authentication method. Here we have to define peer actually. Authentication method, one is the local, second is remote, then identity, and then call your keying material here. So everything would be into the IKV2 profile. Guys, I hope you remember all this configuration. No. Okay. So now let's start here. Crypto IKV2 key ring, name is key. Define your peer. That is site B here. After that, define your address. Address of the peer. This is I'm hub. What is the address of my peer? That would be 11.10. So 11.1.1.1.10 here. After that, define your key. This is a pre-shared key. Local is Cisco. Pre-shared key. Remote is also Cisco. Exit and exit. Now, crypto IKV2 profile. Profile name is IKV2. The profile name itself is what? IKEV2 profile. Okay. So first of all, here authentication method, local is pre-share. Authentication method, remote is pre-share. After that, match identity address, remote address. Direct address is about, what is the address of that? 11.10. 11.1.1.10. Keyring, local, name is key here. This is also done. Crypto IPsec profile, not. Crypto IPsec, transform set, T set, ESP, 3 dash, ESP, MD5. Exit. Crypto IPsec profile, name is IPsec here. Set transform set, T set here. And set IKV2 profile. What is IKV2 profile name? This is IKV2 profile. That's it. And now interface. I'm on hub. So do show IP interface. Brave. So I have to call this IPsec profile where on the virtual template. So I have to call here in like interface virtual template 10 type tunnel here and just call your profile here. So here we have to define tunnel protection IPsec profile. Name of the IPsec profile is IPsec and Isaac AMP is on. Show IP interface brief. Show IP interface brief here. This is the so this is copy. And this is for the branch office 1. So this is my branch office 1 here. After this, define your crypto IKV2. This time key ring. Name is key. Define your peer 15.1.1.10. Okay, the name itself is no problem. Address is what? 15.1.1. In the name itself, I have defined its IP, but that's fine. Because peer site A, site B we used to define, so it will consider it as a 15 dot as a name only, not a IP. This is IP, this is a name here. Okay. Pre-shared local Cisco, pre-shared remote Cisco exit. Crypto IKV2 profile name is IKV2 profile. Okay, so after this, first of all, we have to define here authentication method. Local is pre-share, authentication remote is pre-share. Both the things done. Match identity, remote address. Who's the remote address? 15.1.1.1.10. Okay. Then your keyring, local, what's the name? Name is key. Then crypto IPsec, transform set, T set, ESP, 3 ESP, MD5, crypto IPsec, crypto IPsec profile name is IPsec here. Okay, this is IPsec profile is clear. After that set, transform set, name is T set, set IKV2 profile. The name of the profile is IKV2 profile here. So finally, I have to call it on where I have to call it on the tunnel interface. But before that, let me enable a this is I forget I router edge RP10 network 192.160.1.0. Because this is I forget to configure, which is EIGRP for the tunnel interfaces 10.2.2.0. I have advertised which network? One this network here and one this network. Okay. And now let me come back with your hub here. This is I forget to configure. Router EIGRP10 network 192.160.1.0 wildcard mask and network is then your 10.1.1.0 wildcard mask here, no auto summary. But the problem is the tunnel interfaces are not reachable here. Show IP interface brief. The tunnel interfaces, this is into down here. Okay. So, but this configuration also would be required. Okay. Now, after this, I have to get into interface tunnel 0 because we have a tunnel IP there and then call your like now tunnel protection IPsec profile name is IPsec. That's it. This is the configuration. As a camp is on, but somehow because of you can see I cannot say anything about this because this could show IP interface brief. This tunnel itself is into the downset. I'll do one thing just for time being. Okay, I'll do one small interface tunnel 0. No IPsec tunnel mode IPv4. I have removed this, not this one. It says would be no tunnel mode IPsec. So IP interface brief. So run interface tunnel 0. Fine. Interface tunnel 0, make it shut, make it not shut. You let me remove tunnel this configuration also I have removed. So run interface tunnel 0 here. So I have interface brief. Now it's showing tunnel interface into upstate here. Same into the template, I'll repeat this. Do show, okay, no. interface tunnel interface, virtual template, 10 type tunnel here. So just let me do one or two things here. So first of all, this is the command. Removed no tunnel mode IPsec IPv4. I have removed both the things. Okay, make it shut, make it no shut here. So IP interface brief. Interface tunnel interface move back 10. Any changes on that? No. Let's try this practical on GNS. This time only it's not working actually. This otherwise the earlier classes it was working in this time itself. Show type grouping 192.167.1.2 as a source of 190.1.1. This is the only command here that can be in like your one of your EVA. This is one of the bug actually only you can see in EVNG. Nothing else. Okay, because these are the only commands which is there which we have to use. Okay, because this is the simple concept here. We have very few command into this. Okay, so this is the command actually. This is the template command which we have to use always on hub. Okay, that's it. So there is a in case if in future if you are using remote VPN or something, so there would be always one or two commands and where we have to do the changes in the branch offices only. That's it. Okay. So guys, otherwise the configuration, everything we have same, ditto, everything is same here. So this is on your branch office here. You can see IP address, tunnel, source, destination, and this is for IPsec, and this is for the SVTI here. Okay, and here this is your DVTI. Okay, so interface loop back here, and after that we have DVTI concept. Okay, so this complete configuration is known as here your DVTI configuration. Okay, that's it, guys. So we are done. So the same way you have to do it on this one and this one. That's it. Okay, so we are done with the Flex configuration. Flex VPN. Yes. Any doubt, any questions there? So before that, you have to be just go through your GRE first. Yes, we have to use in the tunnel mode there. In tunnel mode only we have to do it. Okay. So guys, your VPN has been completed. So which is your next batch after this in the morning? Which batch is there, guys? Count. Plus. November. Okay, so 8 a.m. Okay, FTD and NGIPS. And that is the batch there. 11 a.m. 27th. Okay, 27th, we have only one batch, right? Okay, 27th, I have one batch only, which is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's it. Yes. Okay, so 2 p.m. we do not have any batch. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, so then we will start it from 27th because I'm on leave now for a 1 week. Again, 27th is the next Monday. Next to next Monday. Yeah, next to next Monday. Okay, so we'll start at this. Okay. Okay, guys, so then see you on 27th. Okay, and Santosh, today we do not have this AWS class. I'll take the AWS session tomorrow morning. Okay, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Okay, 8 to 11, I'll just take a long session. Yes, multi-point, I'll just upload that. Okay, and this is what we call this AWS patch is not there today, so that would be on tomorrow. I'll compensate that. Okay, so today and tomorrow I'll take this long session. Okay, for that. Okay, guys, so then bye-bye, take care, guys, and see you on 27th. Okay, with that. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. No, MPLS configuration, no. So for that, so you have to learn MPLS first. And once you are done with MPLS, so on top of that, you can configure Get VPN because MPLS would provide you only reachability. Okay. So, and we have used EIGRP for that. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.